Mm. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Jonas Brasco. As always, we are streaming for Fulham FC. We know what tonight's match is going to be. It is Fulham. It is Sunderland. It is from Craven Cottage. Expectations is an understatement. Sunderland has surprised a lot of people, and I don't think me included. As always, it's London in the rain. So we're going to see what happens here. Everyone, thank you for watching. We're just coming on. Referee has not blown his whistle yet. When he does, you will see up top where whistle has been blown. As always, be respectful. No spoilers in the chat. No hate speech or harassment. No links or self-promotion, and keep your foul language to a minimum. I can hear you, and definitely feel free to chat and be involved. This is definitely going to be a interesting match, as Fulham have been known to punch above their weight, especially with top four teams. That's happened earlier this season with their match against Liverpool. But at the same time, it's not something that Fulham can rely on, and they should not try to rely on. One thing that we definitely have to talk about was the international break and Harry Wilson going off on Wales. But seeing that translating to what you see on the pitch now is always going to be difficult. But no one else is going. But as you see, both lineups Fulham with their traditional Leno, Tete, Anderson, Bassi, Sessegnon, Awobi, because Sasa Lukic is on suspension for his card. Beyond that, the two people that we know are going to be out are out, which is Rodrigo Muniz, who we should be expecting him back anytime soon, and Anthony Robinson, still out for the U.S. He hopefully will be back in mid-December. But Sunderland, the Black Cats are trying to attack quickly. Traore, the other Traore to the corner. Yeah, Lefebvre was waiting. It just for the header, just to pounce on that. It was just a little further. The cross went a little beyond him. No, maybe I shouldn't even say a little beyond him, but Tete was there. But one thing we should highlight the subs for Fulham. Harrison Reed gets called up to be substituted. Tom Carney, Traore. He's gonna be number 11, not number 25. Cuenca, Gisare, Chukwueze, Castagna, Lacombe, and Emil Smith Rowe round out the bench for Fulham. One thing that should be noted is while Fulham has only had one win in their last 5 games, and granted that was a 3-0 win over Wolves. But Sunderland, they've had 4 unbeaten, but 2 draws in their last 2 games. The 2-0 loss to Everton did not help Fulham any, as they are again 1 point above the 1 point above the drop zone. But various other things have happened. And one of them we need to go ahead and make very clear. And just to verify, yes, Burnley lost to Chelsea 2-0 earlier today. So that keeps the table, keeps Fulham a little bit safe above the table, depending on this, depending on how this goes. Because Burnley was at 18th and then at 10, Nottingham Forest 19th at 10, and Wolves, the last opponent Fulham beat, is at 3 points. But the other games, as you can see, some have already been listed, as long as other deep breath, as long as other games from European competition and MLS, who have decided they will adopt the European schedule starting in 2027 after the World Cup. The USL, same thing, they've adopted the schedule, but this should be but one thing that should be noted is Fulham actually does have a better home record than Sunderland with 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. On away for Sunderland. Sunderland is with 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. So in that may actually go to its favor. Sunderland had a 1-1 draw against Everton and a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. So that will be interesting. As those are kind of the things that have it's kind of sticking out. However, they did beat Chelsea on the 25th with a 2-1 win. But what Sunderland is struggling with is goal differential, as they've only scored 2 more goals than Fulham this season. And everyone above Sunderland has at least scored 22 or more goals. Oh, actually, scratch that. 20 or more goals. Arsenal's only got 20. And an offsides for Fulham early match. And one thing about Raul Jimenez, he did get a goal in the game against Paraguay earlier during the international break. We'll go see how where that goes. In the meantime, for those who are watching, thank you very much. This is Jonas Brasco. This is Fulham. This is Sunderland. We are in the 8th minute. No score so far. It is cold and rainy here in the United States, just like it is cold and rainy in London at this time. Hence why I'm wearing my Fulham jacket above my Fulham polo. In the meantime, Fulham does have it. Kevin's running, getting into the box. Kevin's gonna not quite across. He's trying to pick out Harry Wilson. Still not able to. Sunderland gets the ball out of the box. Yeah. Okay, and that's something that was great the first game with Kevin, but we're not seeing here is Kevin just take the shot, get into the box. That's going to be the big thing for Fulham is can they get at least some shots on goal? Can they get the ball into the box? Apply some pressure to Sunderland, and if they got to scrap out something dirty. And I think that's the thing. You can't be afraid to get down, get dirty. If it's a poacher's goal, it's a poacher's goal. If it's an own goal, it's an own goal because that's our leading scorer right now. With 3 goals, we have literally 1/4 of the goals Fulham have are own goals. And they try to get subtitles on. I'm like, nope. Flow of the game gets too much. King wasn't the boss, had to kick it back out. Cross over to Tete. Tete, keep it down. LaFay. No. That is one thing that has been good. Is Fulham has had a nice spell of possession, just keeping the ball on their side of the pitch, but still no shots on the goal. Kevin trying to go in. Kevin with some fancy footwork, but Kevin still can't figure a way to get the cross in. It does get the cross. Bicycle. Wobie tried a bicycle, but it was straight at Patterson. And now Bassi has to track back to keep Traore from getting to it. Sessegnon has it. It will be. Gonna send it back to Anderson. Actually, my mistake. Yeah, that was Anderson. And while they're saying that we got Fulham has 18, no, Sunderland with 18% and Fulham with 82%, it still has not translated to shots on goal. That's gonna be again. That is the big thing here. There needs to be some shots on goal. And in the other games so far, there is no score, just so people will understand. It is Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton versus Brentford, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, Wolves at Crystal Palace. Later on today will be Newcastle, Man City, and then tomorrow the matches will be Leeds versus Aston Villa, Arsenal versus Tottenham, and then on Monday will be Manchester United and Everton. So quite a few things are happening, and I stand corrected. West Ham has opened the scoring on Bournemouth. Callum Wilson, if you have him in their fantasy, that's probably going to like that. He just scored in the 12th minute. And that is at the Vitality. And that will probably be one of the only times you'll hear me actually say a stadium name, so I'll apologize for that. Hey bro, how's it going? It's good. Samakanda, and apologize if I'm not saying it correctly, but I'm gonna try my best. It's so far so good. I'm glad that we have some spells of possession. I'm still not liking the fact we haven't had any real shots on goal. And I can already tell Tete's gonna have his work cut out for him. I mean, I know Bassi, Anderson, and Luke and Sanderberg are going to be busy, but I think I can already tell Tete's going to be the busiest above them. Sorry. Gentleman Jim, I am not. Okay. Ballard. Looks like there was a challenge on Raul, but Jimenez is not. Yeah. It's going to be a free kick. And I'll go ahead and say this. I'm not disappointed with Fulham in the first. We're in the fifth. We're approaching 15th minute. So far, so good. Just no possession, great, but no real challenges. It will be with the trying to get fancy with the bicycle. This is where those things where it's like we're not good enough to try the fancy stuff yet. Traore's coming in. Traore Leno got big. Leno got big. Fulham does have possession, but Sunderland again putting on that pressure. This is not going to be again. This is Fulham is not going to be able to stand back. But Traore, yeah, easily gets past Bassi, easily gets past Sessegnon. Leno had to get big. And what I'm saying with Tete gets, yeah, Lefebvre tried to take him out there. I will say this: I do like Sunderland's jerseys. They're black. They're wearing black with yellow trim, and on the back, right below the collar, they have the two black hat eyes. Like that, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's nice looking. But hopefully, I mean, the main thing right now is the result I saw in this game was going to be a draw. Obviously, a win is a win, and I'm not going to complain. Oh, I have a crazy echo after every word. Okay. That's not fun. Let me check something real quick because I think I know why I have the echo. Oh, okay, I see why. All right, I apologize. Hopefully that should have that should have dealt with it. I didn't mean to. I had two mic outputs going. But nonetheless, hopefully with this corner, Fulham's able to make something happen. All good now, yeah. Thank you. Like again, I realized I had two mic outputs going. Wilson, a great corner. Patterson, I want to say Patterson touches it. That should be another corner. Yeah, that should be another corner. But that doesn't seem to have happened, and as a result, hmm, I wanted to say something else, but again, Sunderland gets back down the field really, really quickly. And if anyone wants to, I think I've gotten this to a point where I'm happy if anyone wants to share this. But this is definitely going to be a tough. This is definitely like above the head. It goes off. Oh, Bassi gets hit. Looks like the lower stomach. And I'm saying lower stomach specifically. Yeah, they're mentioning the only reason that wasn't a corner because of offsides. Okay, that's interesting. They talked a little bit about the Cup of Nations and how many players Sunderland's going to be losing to it. That should be. I think Fulham is actually only going to lose 3 or 4. And I don't want to say like that's something that we should be looking forward to because we definitely should not. especially since Fulham's next games, there's nothing. Well, there's nothing easy about them, especially next week against Spurs. And what I mean by run of play, like this is really. I'm not gonna say this is a nightmare, but of the next 4 games, they're gonna be difficult. It's gonna be Spurs, Man City, Crystal Palace, and then Burnley on the 13th of December. I don't. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if that was a handball or not, but yeah, Isidore, that was definitely close. Josh King, nice kicks. Oh, it's gonna be a corner for Sunderland, but still Josh King with the defensive boot. It's meantime, it's we got a corner for Sunderland. It's LeFay's gonna take it. Mm, Fulham's able to get on it. Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson's on the break. Sessegnon's in the middle. Wilson's gonna shoot. Wilson. Oh, a lot closer than you think. Wilson was going for that far right side. It dips towards the middle. I don't think Ross. I mean, yeah, he could have done better, but that's still not a bad effort. He tries to get the bend. Let's see, because I'm wondering if he got it. If he got okay, no, keeper was beat. Keeper was beat. But yeah, we can't dwell on that because Lefay is. But oh, okay, that was overran it. Not overran it, but Lefay with the pass just a little bit too far forward. Nonetheless, still, you have to get respect the speed of Sunderland. It's like whether they get the score or not, it's not something they can sit on, and I don't want them to sit on it. They're just gonna have to. They're just gonna have to keep moving. Kevin finally shot. Wilson was trying to get that. Thank you. Kevin, some speed. Still some hesitation. Looks like still some hesitation. Keeper definitely gets to. Keeper, great save. Just mm, but Roofs, excellent save. Kevin, I'm glad got the break. Still middle of the pitch. There was no one else, and yeah, there is a Sunderland does have an injury. I can't tell who the person is on the ground because they were being sorted. Jimenez calls for the physio to come out. Mm, Siddiqui was okay. Siddiqui went down, but that was the one who pushed Kevin out of the way. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. So okay, I see what happened. Siddiqui looks like he got it. Oh, it was like straight on the nose. No, not Siddiqui. Sorry. Michele. Like he got you. Yeah, he just got knocked right up in the nose. He's gonna have to go off for a minute. We really haven't checked this out, but let's take a quick look at the subs. Sorry, Patterson is the on the bench. Neil, Tybee, Brobry, Mianda, O'Neillan, Aldarete, Adingra, and Masuaku. I'm sorry, I had to take a minute. I was really hoping to pronounce that right. Into the box. Kevin came and just from the back header, but straight at the keeper. What? I mean, I'm really glad Kevin was tracking back. Jimenez was covered, header straight at the keeper, but still, the possession so far has been great. I mean, what makes this sad is that this is not a 1-0 game already. Sessegnon working was working the sideline. Ball's taken over. Hume. I'm sorry. But yes, Mukiele was back on the pitch. It just looked like he just got the ball just like straight at the nose. No breaks, no blood, just maybe a little bit of just a little bit of a waggle there. The West Ham Bournemouth game is the only game that has a score right now at 1-0. All right, they're saying a foul, not an offsides. Yeah, Jimenez with a push. But yeah, Mandava oversold it, but still it was a foul on Jimenez. Silva's showing his disappointment on the bench. Though I do give him respect, like he's there. It's raining. He doesn't have the hood on. He has everything else on, but he doesn't have the hood on. Mhm. And they're highlighting, people who will be in the World Cup. Sanderberger will be going for Norway. Jimenez, of course, will be going for Mexico as they are one of the host countries. Wilby gets to it, gets outside of Harry Wilson. Tete's behind. Harry Wilson. It was a shot, but it was definitely deflected. Looks like it's going to be a corner. Definitely the confidence from the international break is with Harry Wilson right now. Josh King with the flick. But it is going to be a corner for Fulham. This is going to be their fourth corner of the match, not a well taken one. One thing that's to keep in mind is it is London in the rain. That ball is nice and slick. The ground is nice and slick. Even though Fulham tried a bicycle kick earlier, do not expect the fancy out of this one. Sessegnon with the ball, tries to get into the box, deflected out. Iwobi with the throw. And one thing I will give Sunderland credit, Sunderland is getting on the ball really quickly, but and that's something you don't see a lot. We just talked about a little bit, but Sanderberger with a shot. And what I mean by something we don't see a lot, meaning it should not happen. But that's the thing. With seven attempts on goal, 4 shots on target. Sunderland, no attempts, no shots. Oh, that should be out. That should be out. Fulham has definitely surprised some, probably have surprised some people, or Sunderland's just waiting for Fulham to kind of wear themselves down. Josh King tried nice control, but still Sunderland is composed. Foul on Harry Wilson. Ballard with it. There may be a yellow ticket coming. There is definitely a yellow ticket coming. I mean, I can't. Yeah, there was no doubt on that one. I mean, conditions probably made it look worse, but no, that definitely was a foul. That's definitely a yellow card. Something just to be noted: Sunderland has only had one red card this year, so I wouldn't expect them to go down to 10 men permanently at all in this one. All right, we're gonna get a free kick. Looks like Kevin's gonna take it. Keeper, great job. Sessegnon has it. Sessegnon's going into the box, passes over to Iwobi. Iwobi with the cross. Kevin's on the outside. Kevin tried to be a little bit fancy, but still, nah. I don't know if it's just the ball. It just he got a really bad spin on the ball when he tried to kick it. But I don't want to be saying the same things to Kevin right now that I was saying about Josh King. It's just like you need to calm yourself down. I know you want the goal. I know you want, to make something happen. But yes, you need to calm yourself down. And right now, Sunderland just trying to get some spell. Again, they have no shots on goal so far. So we need. But if nothing else, outside of the fact that it's still 0-0, this has been a very, very good Fulham side. But Sunderland, again, very quick with the counter. Okay. Kevin doing his best to dispossess, trying to find. All right, Fulham is going to get a free kick out of that. Kevin doing a good job of just trying to. He's working. Again, I'm not. No one's going to take anything away from Kevin's work ethic. It is just it's just going to be experience. It's just going to be the more reps he gets, the better he's going to get, and that's what we're seeing now. I don't think Kevin has made the U23 side yet for Brazil, but hopefully he was able to get some rest and practice during the international break. Wilson to Tete. Lots of pressure on Tete. Son only gets the ball back. There's a break. Lafay. Yeah, Isidore, there is a push. Bassi played. No, there's not really. I mean, there is a push. No one's gonna say that. There is a push, but nothing like a card or anything like that. Well, it was for Sessignon. He lets it go out to go through Jimenez. Tete. Yeah, I said Tete would be busy. I'm not even really talking more from I mean, part of it from a defense. Okay. Yeah. King collide with Rose. I don't think I don't it's definitely questionable, but I don't think that's a foul. King definitely goes into the box. The keeper is trying to get it. King does run into him. I'm not even going to say anything else, and it is an awkward landing. I'm not going to deny that either. Hopefully, hopefully there's nothing to this, and King is just trying to get some time. Kevin trying to keep possession, goes nutmegs the ref, goes out to Obi. Anderson's gonna shoot. And why not? Why not? It's they're saying Isidore wasn't trying to close him down, didn't think he was a threat. Take the shot, see what happens. And that's what this is all is right now. It's like the first things first, just get the ball there. Get the ball into the box. Cause yeah, it's gonna either have to be something special or it's gonna be have to be something scrappy. Raul definitely with the Jimenez definitely with the foul. We are in the 38th minute. And I'm just adjusting my fans real quick. Hopefully, they're not too loud for everyone who is watching. Traore, Leno gets to it, but that is a Sunderland shot on goal. And again, that's all it is. It just takes one shot. Everything that Fulham has done so far, it's nice, it's great. They're showing life, but it's just one shot, and that could have easily been 1-0 if he would have gotten more on it. Like literally one shot, one. Well, Fulham with 9 attempts on goal, 4 shots on target, 1 attempt from Sunderland, 1 shot on target. There is a push, but there's nothing for that. Kevin is going to take it back out. Sessignon is their support. Sessignon has done a good job for Eddie Job. Josh King tried to make something from nothing. We don't know what. I'm. It's not enough. That may. I'm trying to think if that should have been a corner. But anyone in the chat, hopefully they can. You guys can hear me all right. It looks like there was a small error with the echo. All right, and some more stuff has happened. Quite a few. Nottingham Forest is up 1-0 on Liverpool. Brentford is up 1-0 on Brighton, and West Ham has doubled against Bournemouth 2-0. All these matches, of course, are in the 40th minute or around the 40th minute. Mm-hmm. Not so worried. Not nearly as worried about the stats, but for everyone who's came in, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. It's one. Okay, Kevin on the break. Kevin, oh, mm, Hume gets it to the keeper. This is again. There's. It's just gonna come with experience. Hesitation. You don't always have to try to pass it. You don't always. It's like it's okay if you feel like you need to take the shot. Take the shot. Mm. Because that's the thing right now. The difference between Kevin and Josh King. Josh King does maybe not have all the fancy footwork, but Josh King will shoot. And perhaps when Anthony Robinson does get back into the lineup, I don't want to be like one of those people who are like, okay, we'll be better when this happens. We'll be better when that happens. You got to work with what you got. And for now, nice takeaway by Calvin Bassey. Josh King with the ball. Push. Oh, King got kind of squared up. Bassey tried to make something of it. And it's just like Josh King, he got the best way I can say it is he got sandwiched. Siddiqui and Gertrude Trudla just yeah, they just made Josh King a sandwich, and you can see that frustration in Josh King's eyes. However, one thing I will say because of I wouldn't be surprised if we get because there was some bit of stoppage in play. I imagine we could easily get 3 to 4 minutes of stoppage time. And of course, if you are a Sunderland fan, you were happy with this result. Yeah, even though it's one shot on goal, it's the fact that you have been you've just been like a defensive juggernaut because Fulham just doesn't have that finishing yet. And again, one thing with Fulham, we definitely got to be careful if we are in Fulhamish time. Fulhamish time means that in the last minute of regular time to whatever extra time is, the most likely Fulham gives up a goal. I'd like for that not to be the case, but history has shown me otherwise. And it will be 2 minutes of stoppage. I'm still streaming. I'm still streaming. I'm still streaming. Yeah. Just relax. Apologize, I'm the parent on duty, and I'm definitely gonna have some stuff I'm gonna have to do at halftime. Bassey gave up the corner, and now Sunderland, 47th minute, Sunderland with a chance to make something happen just before halftime. Xhaka, Sunderland's lead goal scoring with the corner. There was definitely some fouls in the box, and now Fulham will get the free kick. For the most part, the ref has been pretty consistent in this game. Rodrigo Muniz giving the autograph. And and I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I'm glad that we haven't given up a goal, but like they're saying, and they just keep saying, it's like Sunderland is a second half team. Like some people would be like, "Hey, look at it this way. At least we haven't, we didn't score, and then lost the lead from it." And I'm like, that's not the important thing right now, because it really isn't. I mean, if you're Fulham, again, you're glad you have possession. You're disappointed that nothing has came from it. But at the same time, you're not fouling a lot. There was no cards. You have like literally four shots on. I mean, you have four shots on target compared to Sunderland. It's just your possession has been ridiculous at 63%. But it's just, I don't know how you, I don't know how you improve on this, other than actually get the ball in the net. I mean, that's really all that's left is just for Fulham to get the ball in the net. Nonetheless, we are we're gonna hit the intermission. I will be back shortly. Where it stands, Sunderland nil, Fulham nil, 45 minutes left to go. Well, this is Jonas Brasco once again with Up the Fulham. This is My bad, my bad, my bad. A little far behind, just playing catch up real quick. And you can already tell. I'm not gonna say just don't think it is gonna be a rough second half. I can already tell, but still, I hope everyone is doing well. Once again, this is Jonas Brasco with Up the Fulham. As you can see, where this is where we're located. There is no score yet. Fulham was dominated with the ball in the first half. Plenty of shots on goal. With 4 shots on goal, Kevin had some good shots. There was even a bicycle attempt that was on goal, but nonetheless, Sunderland definitely still one of the best defensive teams in the league, and they proved it in that first half. They've been known as a second half team, and they've come out really strong so far in the second half. But Fulham for what it's worth, considering that Sunderland's only really had 1 shot on goal in the first half. Definitely playing well in the defense, but yeah, Sunderland's definitely been more aggressive the second half, and they can do that because they played all the defensive stuff in the first half. The depth isn't there for Fulham just to keep pressing, but I'm hoping that I'm proven wrong. That Fulham can keep pressing, keep being aggressive, and maybe just maybe get something going for for the second half. Mhm. There were no changes at halftime, so that's not an issue. Right now, the man of the match is definitely exactly who you would think the man of the match is. It is the Sunderland keeper because he's the one who has kept Sunderland in this match. And they're coming and they're just like trying to bring the physio out because that means Jimenez may have to leave the pitch for a minute. Is there? Oh, it is a head injury, but it's not from the player behind. It's actually from the ball. Jimenez is trying to head the ball. It just did not go well there. As you can see, there's no score in the Palace Wolves game there in the second half as well. West Ham 2-0. No surprise there. For any Sunderland fans that just may happen to be in, I hope you're enjoying the game so far. You probably know this was coming. That was going to be just this kind of in the rain, kind of sloppy game. Traore just slips down there. Sessegnon with the throw. Josh King gets it out to Jimenez. Crossing back out to Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson's going to shift over to Tete. Tete into the Iwobi gets out to Sessegnon. Kevin is still there, but Sessegnon, Traore, they're going back. Sessegnon gets past Traore, gets the cross. Keeper is not going to get to it. It's going to be a corner for Fulham. Yeah. Oh, and this is a very weird thing that Iwobi is taking a corner. I'm sure this has happened before, but I've never actually seen it. Alex Iwobi taking a corner. Alex Iwobi should not a bad attempt. Just Iwobi maintaining possession, passes over to Kevin. Kevin gets it out. Sessegnon back to Iwobi. Iwobi tackle. Still out. Iwobi keeps it in. Iwobi Sanderberg was it caught? Sanderberg gets a corner for Fulham. You don't get to see him on the ball in the front half that often, but still, actually quite impressive. The crowd's into this. This is going to be the Fulham's fifth corner of the game. Again, Alex Iwobi with the corner. Not bad. Far side. Keeper punches it out. There's going to be a foul in the box. And it's going to be a goal kick for nice punch. Okay. Sunderland, and 3 times they failed to score. That's not bad. Right now, the Fulham's not playing bad. I'm not expecting any subs anytime soon, but just so we get an idea of what Fulham has to work with, you have Harrison Reed, who still hasn't had really any Premier League minutes. Tom Carney, Traore, Cuenca, Kisesare, Chukwueze, Castagna, Lacomte, and Emil Smith Rowe. And they're talking, and of course, Sunderland's. The commentators are talking about Sunderland's offerings off the bench, which isn't necessarily bad. Masuku and Robbie O'Neillan, Talby, Neil. And well, Sunderland, I guess it's going to depend on with them, how long the game goes with this score. With Fulham, I'm obviously expecting something in the 65th, 70th minute. Maybe even sooner if Sunderland gets on the board first. While he may not be in those late 2000, early 2010s Craven Fort, the fortress, which is Craven Cottage. This still has been an impressive home output for Fulham, with only 3 goals allowed at home, 1 loss, 2 draws. Josh King also still trying to get his first Premier League goal. He did get a goal in the EFL Cup, but still one no score here. Force is 2 up on Liverpool. And that is something that, unfortunately, as a Fulham fan, you may have to you got to watch that, because as it stands, Force is out of the relegation places, and if Fulham is above them just on goal differential, meaning if Fulham loses this game and Force holds on to win it, Fulham will then drop down to 17th and tied with Leeds, which Leeds can go ahead of them tomorrow if not careful. So there's a little bit of that drama here. Ooh, nice back pass. I'm not even gonna put it in like that. Wasn't impressive. Isidore just nice, some slides in the box. Isidore was covered, but still corner Sunderland. But Anderson stayed strong, kept the guy marked. Short corner into the box. Leno grabs it. There were definitely Sunderland players going. There was a break opportunity, but the ball goes off a Sunderland player. Josh King trying to be more aggressive, and I think and King with the chop. Still no foul. Fulham with the throw in. Traore covered by Bassi. Isidore did not turn around quick enough. Fulham thought they dealt with the danger, but they gave up the ball. Anderson just staying strong in that backfield. I mean, Fulham is not. It's a little sloppy, but Fulham is defending well. I get this feeling that we're about to see some of our first substitutions, so we'll go ahead and get those on standby. Yeah, some very choppy, hacky action in the box. No clear attempts, but this has definitely been Sunderland's half in regards to possession. Tete, this is where I was saying Tete was going to be busy. Tete's going to be busy. Cross towards the back. Sessegnon gets it out. Anywhere but here. And now we are going to get some substitutions. Just give me a few minutes as they are announced and made clear. We will make adjustments as you see on the screen. As Traore and Isidore will be leaving for Sunderland. Talby and Broby will be coming on. Josh King, he had a rough one today. I'm not surprised he's coming out. Emil Smith Rowe. Kevin's coming out as well. And Chukwueze and Smith Rowe. There's no surprises in there. Both of them, they struggled, but I'm glad that they had an opportunity. I mean, it is what it is, folks. We're at that point where it's like you got it. Something got to go, not just on target. Something has to go into the net. And again, we will make we will make substitution adjustments as we are able. It's just that. But yeah, we can't. We're not going to stop the action for this. Smith Rowe with the ball, and it's going to go off. All right, the substitutions for Sunderland are complete on there. We are now going to go to the Fulham ones. And we'll be not able to make that happen. All right, substitutions are in for both teams. Chesney gets it out to Wilson. Mm, definitely. Wilson had the man. Keeper was beat. He just couldn't. I don't know if it was that first touch, but it still gets back. Keeper was beat. Keeper was beat. It was just not enough. Goes off. Goes off the water bottle. Okay. Yeah, Jimenez and Ballard go up. Jimenez ends up being the loser there. Mm. Okay, yeah. Roos went down for a second. In the meantime, let's run down some scores real quick because Palace has finally gotten one on to Wolves. So that's 1-0. Forest still holding on over Liverpool 2-0 there. Brentford still holding on over Brighton 1-0. And West Ham's 2-0 still, and they're on the 70th minute. And while this is still happening, I'm going to take a quick run out because I had coffee going and I couldn't get to it real quick. So I will be right back. I can see I missed an interesting shot earlier, but pressure does not seem to be working for this. It is still 0-0. Faye gets a corner. Sunderland. Sunderland corner towards the back, but straight at Leno. Chukwueze with the ball. Chukwueze into the box. To Harry Wilson doesn't happen. Jimenez. Oh, that was definitely off one of the defenders, and the ball is just like that. Okay, I apologize. There was again, we have some rain going on over here, so hopefully that's not gonna get worse. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As you can see, nothing really happening right now. 0-0 still, second half. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're trying to pick out Wilson. That didn't happen. Now going all the way back to Bassi, back to Leno. Not a healthy breakfast, but still breakfast. Mm-mm. Cross into the box. Jimenez was there. Whoa! Emil Smith Rowe. The power was there, but the target. I'm gonna check this out because I don't know how bad this was. Wilson. Okay, that was closer than. It was close, but again, no rattling in the back of the net. Now we're getting to a point where we're in the 75th minute. There's 15 minutes left in this game minus stoppage time. There really hasn't been a lot of stoppage per play. Two subs each. Not a foul. But still, this has been a good. I also have the score. This has been a good stream so far. If you're a Sunderland fan, you're slightly disappointed, but you're also glad you didn't give up any goals. If you're Fulham, you've kept a clean sheet so far. Nice. Chuck Wednesday. Smith Rowe into the box. Try to get to Jimenez, but Jimenez not able to control it. I mean, this is, and the attempts and drives are clearly getting there, but there is nothing. Like, you have basically Traore and Kise Asari. Those are really the only two people you have on your bench as far as adding to the attack. Tom Carney to help hold the ball, but Chukwueze get with the cross. Jimenez gets in there. That's not a foul. He gets in there, just was not able to get anything on it to make anything happen. Wilson gets taken down. It's going to be a free kick. He's like, no, 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 no. But no, you didn't get the ball. It's a foul. And Anigo gets the yellow ticket. Sniffs the throw out to Chukwueze. Chukwueze. Sessegnon turns the cross. Deflected. Not a handball. Chukwueze again. Going in. Gets it to Sessegnon, and Sessegnon just crosses. It literally just crosses goal out of bounds. It was close. Maybe, maybe not. They're going to show the replay. But Sessegnon knows he should have done better. Yeah, it's just going in face. It literally just goes in face of goal. Keeper is beat. Was it meant to be a cross? Probably. But that facial expression, he's on his knees, hands in the face. He's like, no, that was a shot. And I scuffed it. 80th minute. Chukwueze tries to get in. Smith Rowe, but now Sunderland's back on the counter. But Sunderland had to stop their run because it was going to be offsides. And commentary team is mentioning that Anthony Robinson did train with the team yesterday. We shouldn't expect him back till mid December, but still, that's encouraging just to see him up and moving. Because if you want them back, you definitely want them back for the holiday fixtures. You don't want another Rodrigo Muniz. Advantage Sunderland. Back out to their strikers. Fulham playing good defense. McGaley tried to get the ball in. Fulham gets it back. And Fulham's just going to slow it down. Chukwueze gets it out. Smith Rowe. Wilson with the run. Shot deflected. Renildo gets it out for Sunderland and the corner. No, Wilson was not. Look, there's a reason Sunderland's in fourth place. They don't give up goals easily. There has to be that extra step, that extra bit of quality. And just if no one thought this was happening, Forest has 3. Forest has 3 on Liverpool right now. Brighton has evened it up with Brentford. Bournemouth has evened it up with West Ham. Palace has gone double on Wolves. This is the only game at the 10 o'clock, now 3 o'clock hour, depending on where you're at, that has no score yet. Chukwueze. Cross it to the box. And there's no flag. There's no flag. That is no flag. Raul Jimenez. Goal. 1-0 Fulham. And now your question. It's 1-0. Fulham has given up the most points from a leading position. The Chukwueze, a great job going in. The cross. Jimenez is there, makes the run. That's an onside. There's nothing wrong with that. Not the and that's the thing. The last. Mondava was the last defender. There's no offsides there. They're showing this over and over again. All right, and coming in is Harrison Reed. He's gonna get some minutes. Because this is not about parking the bus, but this is a 1-0. Nicely done by Wobie. Harry Wilson. Jimenez. Smith Rowe's there as well. Chukwueze. Chukwueze. Man, but it's okay. Sessegnon has the ball. He's gonna get it back. Yes, Sanderberg. There was a moment. There was a moment of speed. Now. This is where it gets scary. 21 attempts. Sanderberg. It's going out. No. Tete. Wilson with it. Which is okay. It goes out, which means we should. Oh, and a card. Iwobi is going to be. Harrison Reed is going to get his first action of the season. Sorry, of the Premier League season. Let's just make that part clear. And a very, very late challenge with Hume. Brighton has now gone up on Brentford 2-1. No, 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 no. My internet decided it wanted to shut off for a minute. All right. We'll make some substitution adjustments. But first, before we do that, let's see how much stoppage time this game's gonna get. Because it's gonna be quite a bit. All right, it's gonna be 5 minutes. Just scramble Smith Rowe. Out to Wilson. Wilson. Sandberg Stone kind of slow it down. Chukwueze. Going in, Chukwueze. Oh, that's whoa. We're wondering, should that have been a handball? It looked like it was off the upper arm elbow area, but no, hand was not outstretched. Chukwueze, Smith Rowe scuffs it. Because we already know no lead is safe. All right, all we don't know if there's So substitutions. Each team has one sub left. I don't know what's going to happen there. We are in the 93rd minute. Castanier's going to come in for the final substitution for Fulham. But because of what's happening here, Castagna is still not in yet. Bert Leno is going to get a card, which is fine because they did the card intentionally just for that substitution. So Castagna is going to come in. It looks like he's going to come in for Harry Wilson. And that Menez, okay. No, that was not foul. Though there is a player down for Sunderland. Sunderland still pressing. And we are now in the 95th minute. And there will be another card. There's been like this is called, I mean, I get it. You want the win, you want the 3 points. 'Cross into the box, headed out nicely. There's Reed, Castagna on the defender. No, no, Castagna stood tall. Schroeder tried a shot. Fulham gets it out anywhere but here. Mm. 5 minutes have passed. The crowd is getting ready. The crowd is hype. The whistle has blown. The whistle has blown. 3 points for Fulham. Oh my goodness. Let me catch my breath real quick. And there's some stuff still happening. That's why I hadn't left yet. Okay, no more yellow cards. No more yellow cards. Please go away. There are no more yellow cards. Okay, wow, they are just okay. I had to close that because Peacock is being I don't know what's happening with Peacock. We're just not even gonna go there. But that's the story here. Fulham won, Sunderland nil, and not a moment too soon as that match goes final at Anfield. Nottingham Forest with the upset of the day. A few minutes ago, I would have said it was Fulham over Sunderland, but no, Nottingham Forest. And with that win, good gosh, that helped. That helped a lot. So here's where it stands because it just got really tight, really right there. Fulham goes up to 14th with 14 points. Goal differential is -3. Newcastle, they play later on today. They can still go up to 13th depending on what happens. That score is that match will be later against Man City. Brentford is still losing to Brighton, which is good for Fulham because they are in 12th with 16. Forest, with that win, gets them above the drop zone with 12 points and a goal differential of -7. While Liverpool, with that, they are at 11th. Keep this in mind, we are 4 points off from Liverpool. Wolves lose over Palace. Wolves with 2 points. They are a -20 goal differential, 8 points out from Burnley. Burnley lost earlier to Chelsea. Leeds plays tomorrow. West Ham, Bournemouth. West Ham really missed out, but they got the draw over Bournemouth. Bournemouth is in 7th. So they'll be looking at the Sunderland matchup, realizing how they may have missed out, and they would have, with the win, would have gone up to 4th. They would have been right behind Man City. So Bournemouth is going to be disappointed with that. Leeds will get Villa tomorrow. That should be an interesting one. Tottenham, Arsenal. The only reason you should watch that one is because that is Fulham's next opponent will be Spurs, and this should be at Tottenham Stadium. I just need to verify. I do know there is an echo now in here, but what can I say? 1-0. Fulham. They get themselves in the 14th. All wins at the cottage. The fortress is alive and well. And what I mean by the fortress, I mean Fulham is fifth. If we were just doing home games, Fulham would be Fulham would be in the Europa League with 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. But Jimenez with a goal, he's 2 on the year. Our lead scorer is still own goal, but we're not going to dwell on that right now. It's the away. It's the way that's going to kill you because away the only Fulham is actually tied with Wolves, with the difference only being 1 goal given. Sorry, 1 less goal given. So a much needed result for Fulham. No complaints. You just gotta that game against Tottenham. That's gonna be hard. But still, 2 win. I mean, 2 wins out of their last 5 games. Not the worst in the world. 1-0 loss to Arsenal. 2-1 loss to Newcastle. 2-0 loss to Everton. Literally, that's the only game. The Everton game is the only game where Fulham has lost by more than 1 goal so far. So they're playing tough. They're playing tough. They've given up 2 goals. Next week should be fun. Next Saturday, it's gonna be. No, I want you to go away. No, you go away. There we go. With that being said, 1 game left for this month. If you were to tell me that we would have 6 points already this month, I'd actually be okay with that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we could possibly get 7 or 9 points out of this month is remarkable, and that would definitely put us as a great point moving into December and those holiday fixtures. So once again, I was not expecting this. I'm not complaining. It was much, much needed. Final score: Fulham 1, Sunderland nil. With the win, Fulham has 14 points and move up to 14th place. Sunderland, they missed out. They dropped to 6th from 4th with 19 points, and their next match is against Bournemouth. They're both tied on points, with Sunderland with a +3 goal differential minus versus the -1 that Bournemouth has. That one should be that one's going to be interesting, and that one is going to be at the Stadium of Light. So Sunderland has an opportunity to kind of come back and get some after shake this one off, come back, maybe get some stuff at home. And so just so we don't ignore, on February 21st will be the run back. And this will be at the Stadium of Light. It still sounds like I have a little bit of an echo, but we will try to make adjustments as time goes on. And if that's one of the things that's keeping people from staying on stream, I apologize. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Hopefully, you were listening. It was a great match. Once again, Fulham 1, Sunderland nil. Raul Jimenez gets one for Fulham in the 84th minute. Final stats, just to let this know, because Sunderland definitely came out better in the second half, just not able to get one in. Fulham with 57% possession. The big thing right here, 24 shots, 5 shots on target. Sunderland, 4 shots with only 2 on target. Fulham only committed 5 fouls, 7 corners. I'm still trying to figure out the I'm trying to figure out still that they said there was more yellow cards assigned, but I don't know how that's going to happen. But yeah, Raul got one, Harry Wilson got one, Bert Leno got one. So we're just going to have to see. We're going to see how that plays a factor, especially with the Spurs game. But I don't think if you would have told me Fulham was going to get the win, much less the result, it would have been crazy. Harrison Reed gets his first Premier League action, and that was great. That's really, really needed. I don't know who they've put the man of the match is at yet, but I do know. Oh, on the Fulham side, they're going to put it the Sandberg, which I will have to admit, he was a lot more no, a lot more active than I've seen, especially in the front part of the and the forward part of the pitch. Chukwueze with a wonderful assist, also highly rated, 8.1. Jimenez 7.9. Yeah, like I said, Sandberg 8.1. Leno 7.7 and Bassi 7.7 and Anderson with the armband 7.8. Everyone else kind of hovering above the under 7 range with Harrison Reed and Castagna not being rated because of the amount of time in the game. I was just checking any additional stats, but I think that's it I can think of. Like most people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go watch that Newcastle Man City game because it does seem interesting. Hopefully, you guys will as well. 3 much needed points for Fulham. 14 points to 14th place. Take care wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, good night. Up the Fulham.